there's a number you can call. We need one for a man that gets hung up on an old pinball. It's payday night and there's a man who's gonna try his luck. A working man and an old machine, and both of them lit up. You'd better call Pinball Anonymous, he's playing that thing again. He's got the 17 and the 20, now he's trying to get the 10. Spent $40 on an extra ball and tilted that thing again. You'd better call Pinball Anonymous for him. A traveling man leads a lonely life and the chance of fame is small. So he gets his kicks from a roll of nickels and a little old silver ball. Pinball in the truck stops all over the USA. When you get hooked on that old machine, you'll hear somebody say, you'd better call Pinball Anonymous, he's playing that thing again. He's got the 17 and the 20, now he's trying to get the 10. Spent $40 on an extra ball and tilted that thing again. You'd better call Pinball Anonymous for him. Well, a pinball machine's a big old thing that backs up against the wall. Now it just lights up and stands there, taking on one and all. If you get hooked on the pinball, you'll sure regret the day. Cause you'll go broke a nickel at a time and you hear somebody say, you better call Pinball Anonymous, he's playing that thing again. He's got the 17 and the 20, now he's trying to get the 10. Spent $40 on an extra ball and tilted that thing again. You'd better call Pinball Anonymous for him. You'd better call Pinball Anonymous for him.
Hi, everybody. Okay. Foo Fighters is here, but I'm going to swap over to hardbody. Because I'm doing some work on it. I've learned a few things. So just give me a second here to swap over to that. Okay. Now, I got a mic stand this time. So I can talk to you guys without having to hold the mic. Dr. Doobie, how you doing? I am having a great day so far. Okay, so turns out it's an EOS switch situation that I am trying to get down to the bottom of. Let me move this mic. Let me move this mic. Okay. So, yeah. The issue is something's up with the EOS switch. I'm not fully sure exactly what it is. Check one. Okay, yeah, that works. I'll just leave this on so you guys can hear me. Okay, turn the machine off. So I recently just resurfaced all the contacts here. That potentially might be what's going on. If I had it in like the perfect spot, these leaf switches, it would flip and not go like crazy. But it would still be going. You like all these technical terms? Yeah, it goes. Okay. So basically, you know, you want, it's kind of hard to see from here, but EOS switches, there's this thing right here, and it will flip, and it will open up a gap to shut down the high voltage, and then it'll connect this. So basically, you need it to connect at the same time that it's disconnecting the high voltage, right? So the moment it touches that, you want it really to be disconnecting your high voltage and then connecting your low voltage. I believe I watched a video online. I think that was the explanation of what you're supposed to do. So really it just comes down to setting up the timing correct. So looking at this, this needs to bend a little bit closer. But you don't want it connecting, right? You want it just almost not connecting. And I'm not sure if modern flippers are like this, but also it's weird that there's a reason why there are, oh, we got an ad starting soon. The reason why there's multiple here is because there's a set of flippers up top that are controlled by it as well. So we basically want it, it's a very delicate balance. So right now it's not touching. Yeah, let's try that. I did get the upper flipper working again, the upper right flipper. The issue with that was this wire right here was completely disconnected, which was what was giving power to the upper flipper. So that got fixed, which is great. Easy fix. Okay, quarter in, start a game. So, looking at the left flipper here, you know, it flips, it opens that gap, and it closes that gap at the same exact time. And when I let go, it reconnects at high voltage to be able to give me power to flip real hard. That's what's still happening on the right side. And now it just lost it. Uh-oh. Okay. It might not be connecting right now. Ooh, when I do that, you hear sounds. We're going to turn that off. It's low voltage, but still, I don't want that going through your guys' feed. So I think long term, these switches are pretty old. I think what I'm going to do is just replace these switches. I'm going to put together a Pinball Life order on this thread today, I think. Because really, the switches should just be perfectly aligned for the distance that they need to be. And sometimes you do have to adjust them, which sucks. But we'll see how this goes. See? It's doing that. It's going like crazy. So there's a fine adjustment where it will... But the thing is looking at it, everything, it's disconnecting and connecting basically at the same exact time. I try not to ever touch anything that says high voltage. Good idea. Good thought for life. Well, I don't know what. Oh, that's interesting. That spring is on the upper one instead of the lower one. That doesn't look right. So on this side, the spring is connected to the bottom. This one, it's connected to the top. So this spring is already tighter than that one. Okay. So I'm going to take that spring and see what happens if I loop it onto the bottom one instead of the top one here. Oop. I think this spring's going to need to be replaced also. Basically, we're kind of due for a full flipper rebuild on this thing. All right, let's see what happens if I do that. I'm not sure if that's going to make a big difference. This is the world of buying used pinball machines. This is what you're going to experience. If you're ever like, oh man, why are these really well maintained pinball machines so expensive? And it's because someone has gone through all of this stuff Made sure it's all working properly. I'm still learning how to do this. And it's been trial and error of whatever machine I buy. Ah, it's still doing it. Okay. See, I just don't know what to do. Casual, how you doing? Here's another thing I can do. So on the left side, this does work. The upper flipper. I don't know if you can see it from here, but the upper left flipper totally works. Literally all I had to do, this was just sticking. I had to just clean it with some cleaning alcohol. And now it flips fine. But the flipper is not actually connected right now, so it's really loose. I have never done this part. Like reconnecting and getting the flipper to be at the right spot. So I might take my time right now. This, I think it just comes down to I need to replace this switch completely. It's pretty old. And I mean, I have everything lined up to where it needs to be. And it looks good to me. So I don't know what I'm missing here. But there is a spot at times where I'll adjust it and it'll be like working one flip and that's it. Hi. Hi, Lauren. I won't get shocked. Don't worry. Yeah. So it's just, there's some sort of adjustment that is like the sweet spot here that I haven't quite figured out yet. But I've been told, okay, push this all the way up. I mean, you know, I push it all the way up. I'm looking at this one. This separates perfectly. And it attaches the EOS switch connector. So I'm just like, it's doing the same exact thing on this one. So for some reason, though, it's just going and won't stop flipping. But if I adjust it just perfectly, it will stop doing that. It'll only flip once. But the issue is now, it'll go, but not like flipping, but it'll just go like while it's held up, which is obviously not what you want it to do. So man, I think, honestly, I think the best thing is just to do a full rebuild. Replace these switches here. And the coils are fine. The coils still work. But new coil sleeves. I think these links, I don't know. How can you tell if these links, like what part of a rebuild is like, yep, no, we got to do a whole thing, or no, we just got to replace this one thing, you know? There is a lot more tension on this left spring, I will say. Yeah. But I don't think that the amount of, like, this has still got tension. There's a lot more tension on this side, though. All right, this would be interesting. I'm going to take this spring off. I just don't want to bend it. I'm going to take this bottom spring off and swap it, the bottom left. I'm going to swap this with the bottom right and see if that makes any difference here. So that's the bottom right. I hope people don't mind just hanging out and talking while I'm working on a machine. I do have Foo Fighters up. We'll play a game of Foo Fighters in a little bit here. But this is, as I always say, a part of owning pinball machines. Wow, that is... Okay, so that's the right. I'm going to take this left one off, although it's really bent. Like it's hard to get out of here. Come on. Lauren, you got to come over for lunch break pinball sometime. Look at all those wires and lights and circuit boards. I might need to get a needle nose plier to actually get this spring out, because it's not being fun. Yeah, hold on. Actually, I think I could do it with this. I know that this is not what this tool is intended for, but come on. Come on. I'm gonna, all right, hold on. I need to get a wire, or a needle nose or something. Working normally prevents you from viewing. There's very little chance you can get to the pinball palace you have there. I don't have a pinball palace. That's a New Ulm. Or wait, is that a New Ulm? Or that's Pinball Place. There's a place called Pinball Palace though, right? If I had machines upstairs and downstairs, that would be more of a palace in my mind. Okay, here we go. We're going to try this. I don't know if this is going to make a difference or not, but there is different tension. Like this spring is not as much overextended itself. Man, I was playing Black Pyramid last night, and I'm just like, oof, you know what? I don't think I could ever have that game leave my game room. I was debating bringing it from the left. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Do not flip the left flipper, because there is not a spring on that one. No, it didn't make any difference. Okay. Alright, that's probably why it was attached on the top instead, because it got stretched a little bit. I'll put this one back on the left now, because it shouldn't matter. But yeah, I'm gonna get new springs, new switches, at least on the right side. If the left side's working, like, I don't know, people do say you should rebuild both sides at the same time. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Should I rebuild both sides? I mean, it's probably not that expensive, so it's probably worth it just to do it. Okay. All right, come on, buddy. Now, I would say OB has a pinball palace. OB definitely has a palace. Also, speaking of OB, if anyone's in Minnesota, he's all for anybody coming on Wednesday nights. Pinball at his place in Maple Grove. Lauren and I have been doing it pretty regularly there. We've been going every week or so. Lauren actually has been going more than me. I have had some things come up. Oh, springs, why do you gotta be so annoying? Okay, that's not working, obviously. Okay, let's make sure that that left is working. That is already a lot tighter, though, but it might just be because, yeah. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. Need a new battery for this thing also. That's another thing I gotta figure out. Okay, see? Works fine. Left works. Right is still doing that. Man, I don't know why this is happening. I think I'm just gonna take the time right now and figure out this upper flipper. Well, I need to attach it. Let's see. So, if I move this. Okay. That. Oh, is it just a spring? Hold on. No, the spring's on there. All right, hold on. I'm going to check out this upper flipper. Upper left flipper. The right one's fine. So if I move this, it does move. Oh, it's just that Allen wrench. Sweet. That's such an easy fix. Hold on. Let me go get Allen wrenches. Okay, this should be real easy to fix. Yeah, it's just loose. That's all it is. That's incredible. Okay. That is not the right size. Hold on. Yeah, so literally all it is, it's hard to see from here, but this upper left flipper, the Allen wrench just needs to be tightened. And then the upper left flipper should work. So, I gotta space it. That's what those dots are for, by the way. All right, let me find an Allen wrench that fits. Let's see, probably. Oh, I'm so glad that this is such an easy fix. I was worried about that, and that's all it is. All right, ready for this? Shoot. Hold on. I gotta put it back in the right spot. It wants to. Why does it want to do that? Okay, there's a weird balance of like where the end of stroke needs to be. That's pretty good. Ah, dropped it. You know, that looks pretty good, but I just want to make sure it's tight. I think that's good. All right, let's test that. Whew. All right, hold on here, everybody. Might have just gotten one of the important fixes that needed to be done. I will say, man, this playfield, the way that it feels so dangerous. The way that this thing goes up and down. I'm not a fan of this particular machine's setup. Okay. I just realized I need to adjust it just a little bit more down, but here's a test. Let's see if it works. I don't know if that counted the quarter yet. Might have. Okay. Heyo! We got a left flipper. That's all it was. All I needed to do was tighten it. Okay, there is something weird with the pitch also right now, because the ball sometimes is getting stuck up there. So anyway, we have a fully other than it works. Okay, there's something weird with the angle right now. And then there's something weird with that EOS switch. But other than that, okay, so I think, yeah. I think I just need to angle it up just a little bit. But yeah, it was just a loose Allen wrench. That's all it was for the upper left flipper. That's incredible. Okay. Good news. I thought that might have been a lot more work. See, this is what I don't like. It's all like kittywampus. It doesn't want... Oh, jeez. It doesn't want to come up the right way. I don't know. Okay. Alright. And also, this is so like... That's the only thing holding it up. It's not great. Okay, let me just adjust this a little bit up. It's really a fine adjustment here. Hi, Merlin. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, it's coming along. I got the upper left flipper. Just realized there was something just loose. I just had to tighten the Allen wrench, and now it's good. I also had to clean it was getting stuck, so I cleaned it with cleaning alcohol. But I got to get some new coil sleeves ordered. Okay, so you're from Wisconsin. What part of Wisconsin? Because obviously I'm Minnesota, so we are neighbors in a sense. Oh, Madison, you should stop by, man. You're not too far away. Was that like 3 hours? Or wait, no. Which is the one? Hudson's right on the border. Madison's like 3 hours, I think. Make a whole pin trip out of it. Okay, we're going to do that. All right. Great news. Great news. Okay. So I think the only thing I got to figure out is this switch. This EOS switch. Doing its job the right way. I'm gonna make a little adjustment here. But I have touched it when it's on, and I haven't gotten shocked. Yeah, we don't want that. Why is that happening? Is it still like, I bet the vibration of it opening, maybe it's closing and opening and closing and opening, and that's why it's going crazy. So maybe I just need to open it a little bit more. No. Oh, well, that one's, when I did that, this one's already. There, let's try that. Nope, now it won't do it at all. Okay. Yeah, this is where, honestly, I'm not the best. Okay, that's not closing now. It's not closing that one. It's such a fine little adjustment. And obviously you don't want to hold that or it's going to burn out the coil. Huh. I don't get it, man. Like, it is opening this one and closing that one at the same exact time. Is there good? There's good pinball in Madison, right? Okay, come on. Work with me here. Okay, so now it's not open. Or sorry, it's not closed. So it has to be closed on that side and open just a little bit on this side. Oh! See, that's what I'm saying. It's working now. Ah, okay. I see what's happening. It's not fully... It's still got contact. Okay. Got it. So... the whole thing needs to be adjusted that way. Because, yeah, that'll burn out. So All of them need to go that way. That way. There. How about that? Now it's doing it again. Ah, why? Why? I need to understand a little bit more. So hard body, I don't know, man. I just got this a couple days ago. I love really weird pinball machines. I love really unique layouts, and I'll drop the playfield in a minute, and we'll go over the playfield. But and then the cheesiness. It's so cheesy. You've seen the back glass, right? So that's the back glass. It's just it's so cheesy. And I'm not sure if you heard me the other day mention my wife is gonna take some photos of me trying to replicate all of those shots, and then we're gonna put like because it's just a piece of paper holding it in, right? Or a piece of paper being held in. So we're gonna print off one of me in workout clothes and like make my own back glass with me. Okay, so that needs to be open just a little bit. Please work. Why? I don't understand. Oh, it's enough to open it and close it. This one's fine. I just don't. Well, hold on. I see one other thing that looks a little different here. This is Bally Midway. Yeah, 87, I think. You have 2 to 3 places that you frequent. You play a bunch of V-Pin. Awesome. Yeah, everyone is saying that this game is starting to get more attention again, which I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it. But it also does BMX. The same guy that designed this designed BMX. And if you look at BMX from Bally Midway, it's a very similar playfield. All right. His name is Ward Pemberton. So I see, one of the things I see is these screws are poking out a lot more on that side. So I'm wondering if, yeah, that one's loose. If tightening these is going to bring the whole thing over more. I wish I knew why this is happening. I mean, like, I see. It's doing exactly the same thing on both sides here. So it's connecting and disconnecting at the same time here. And it's doing the same thing here. And it's like the same distance. So I just don't know. I don't know what to say right now. Other than help? Please? Help, 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 please. I think I just need to replace the switch completely though. Right? But the weird thing is, if I get it like quite a ways over like this, then, well, that's not bad, but it is still going the whole time, which is not good long term. Okay. Maybe all of it just needs to bend more this way. Okay. See that the EOS switch is just not even. It's not even hitting it now. So it's like, okay, it only flips once, but it's not even pushing this open. I think I just need new switches. I know it's sparking, right? It's maybe this one just needs to be further away. Nope. Yeah, they're all bent like a lot right. Oop, a lot right now. Can I adjust the EOS switch to? No, not really. I think I'm just gonna replace this whole switch. I think that's what it needs. Okay, it's not adjusting it enough. I wonder if this can go a little bit that way, and now it's not connected. It's very, very subtle. Very, very subtle. Yeah. Man, I don't know what to say. I don't know why. For now, good news. We got some stuff done. I think what I'm going to do is retire right now working on it until I get a new switch. But at least I got the upper left flipper working. Yeah, I'm going to turn this. I got the upper left flipper working. So I need to put together a Pinball Life order. Oh, jeez. Don't like this. Wondering why it has a hard time. There's a piece of metal there. There's not a piece of metal there. I'm just wondering why it goes in sometimes. Weird. Okay, go straight with it. Okay. Well, at least I can do this. I'm gonna only flip, but not fully flip. And at least show you some gameplay here. I'm just not going to hold it, and then it should be okay. Somebody can tell me otherwise if I'm wrong. I did get it for cheap. Alright, so that's the other thing is there's no music right now. I did talk to TNT Amusements, and they said, well, if your battery's dead, there might be a setting where the game initially starts out with just sound effects and no music. But he also said you can take all of the chips out, clean them, and put them back in and see if that fixes it. So, now my right's not working at all. Hold on. Love it. I love it. It's a subtle change you gotta make. But yeah, I just need to order a new EOS. Yeah, TNT's got some great videos. Actually, they mentioned also in the video one of the capacitors in the soundboard. You just need to remove it, and it's from the factory. Apparently, they said, hey, just get rid of this capacitor. Over time, it can cause problems. So, I mean, this is a really old machine, so... But he said the problems are the sound gets really garbled and bad sounding, but that's not necessarily happening right now. It's just I'm not getting any music is what's happening. But yeah, they know a lot about these old machines for sure. Okay, boom. Start. Okay, let's readjust these. Not working at all. Huh. Did I burn the coil up? I don't think so. But now it's not flipping. Let's make sure all the wires are connected. Yeah, they are. Oh, nope, this one fell off. That's why. Haha! I probably should just resolder all of these wires. So that one goes there. That is not connected anymore. Yeah, the solder job on this thing is pretty shoddy, to be honest. Whoever worked on it last. It don't look too good. Okay. Always, first and foremost, check. If something just immediately stops working, check and see if there's any wires that are just disconnected. Because this, in this case, there certainly was. Hold on. I'm going to add some fresh solder to this. There we go. Okay, let's reconnect this wire, get this flipper working. There we go. Okay. Let's try that again. Also, the flex save's not working again after I reconnected some of these wires, which is really weird. Really? Now neither of the flippers are working. Oh, I might have connected it to the wrong one. Yeah, I did. Hold on. I didn't blow any transistors. I guess we'll check. Okay. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. Because when it does that, that means something's not working right. Yeah. Oh, I probably blew a fuse. I did. I blew a fuse. Alright, hold on. That's the other thing I'm trying to figure out with this, because it says 4 flippers. The fuses, are, it needs a 7 amp, but if it's a 3 flipper, it needs a 6 amp, which is strange because on the back of the box it says 5 amp. But this fuse blowing, in a sense, is a good thing because it's protecting the transistor from blowing. So, but I probably do need to go to a 7 amp instead of a 6. Okay, so now we're back. Where did I put that quarter? Here it is. Okay, we're back. So yeah, it blew because I had it on the wrong one. Thank you for fuses. Okay, so at least I can play the game. Yeah, at least I can play the game. I just have to be careful with that left flipper to not hold it for too long. Show you guys just a little bit of gameplay, and then I'll play some Foo Fighters. Okay. Turn that off for now. Why? There. A lot of things to figure out. A lot of things to learn. Yeah, that's the other thing. This ramp just needs to be bent a little bit because it'll get hung up on that target. All right, let's try it. Let me get the mic out of the way. That's fine. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's really kind of a weak upper right foot. Yeah, and then there's definitely something wrong with the pitch right now. Because it's super slow. So it comes down there. Autoflex is not working again. It's weird. Once I fix the flippers, then autoflex stops working. Oh, that was crazy. But hey, upper left flipper working. We got that fixed. That is good news. Definitely something weird with the pitch. Because that, yeah, it's honestly not that fun when it's this slow. It needs to be a lot faster. But that's got some power behind it for sure. I mean, you can definitely spend a lot of time in this upper flipper, or upper playfield. And then that's where the autoflex would actually fire. Can't quite see it, but yeah. Cool. Well, made some progress today. That's the good news. Why the autoflex is not working, I don't know anymore. Why that is freaking out, I don't quite know. I'm just going to replace it with a new switch. And why there's no music, I don't know. So right now, the things I got to fix on this thing are the autoflex, which is the second button, are not working right now. The weird thing is when the flippers stopped working because a wire got disconnected, the autoflex started working earlier. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. But, so that's, yeah. Flippers, or the bottom right flipper really is the only thing I need to fix. Which is probably just a leaf switch replacement, hopefully. The drop targets need to be cleaned because they get stuck. Not the orange ones, but the yellow ones. And then, yeah, the autoflex and the music. There's no music, which might be a setting in the game. It just needs to be changed. But, oh, and then the pitch. There's something weird with the pitch on this thing. But what a cool game. It's gonna be hard to get that shot. See, that's where you had autoflex. All right, let's play some Foo Fighters. How about that? For now, though, yeah, man, I didn't get electrocuted. For now, we made some good improvements over where it was. The upper left flipper was literally just tightening an Allen wrench. So yeah, I need to dive into the electronics more. Figure out what the deal is with that. I'm gonna swap mics here, so hold on. Okay, well, we literally used all of our time for lunch break and worked on that machine. So let's get one game in.
Are you ready for this?
You never do board work. Okay. You ruined two laser ward soundboards? Oh boy.
All right, now that everyone's here, let's get this van
I mean,
rolling.
I can resolder. I can resolder connections, no problem. That's definitely a recommendation by people, is to do that. Let's get Seattle out of the way. Or not. Ah! I knew that was going to go over. All right. Go. Alright, I just gotta hit the Overlord. And see. Ah! Come on. You're redoing cold joints and somehow crossed a power path. Ooh. That's a bummer. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, you gotta be real careful. You gotta take your time. Okay, let's finish Seattle, but first I wanted to lock that ball, because then Seattle's easier to finish. Bummer. Come on. No! What is my problem? Ah! Alright. I already got a danger because it tried. Alright. Alright, Seattle. Done. Go. Ah! Alright, one more. That was really short. And then I gotta go. Ad starting soon, everybody, on Twitch. Okay. Rudy says, get in the van! Alright. Okay. That was close. All right, let's lock a ball here. Boom. Now I got another chance at a skill shot. Oh, baby! The bottom's the best one to get, too. Can we get it to red? I'm gonna try it. This is why you don't go for that, guys. Don't go for the bomb. Once you lose your ball save, don't go for the bomb upgrade. You're risking too much. Just get into your city. All right. See, now I still have to build my city or my van. I haven't focused on that at all. Why am I having such a hard time with that shot? There. Okay. Yeah. I didn't mean to do that, but okay, I guess I have a ball save now. Alright, Overlord shot coming here. Hopefully. There we go. Alright. So Seattle's done. Right. Well, that's that. Whoa, that was close. Nope. Ah! Come on. All right. You know, I bet swapping everything over to LED also on the hard body is just going to help with overall performance of the machine. Ah, LA. Come on. One more. Now I gotta go. Alright guys, I want to play one more, but I gotta go. Good stuff today. Figured out that upper left flipper. Figured out some things. Yeah, so if you do LEDs, it just overall is way less power being used. So it's gonna run everything cooler. So generally, it's all around a better thing. Yes, Mark, Monday, and we still need to talk about that podcast. Did you get your stuff yet? Yeah, putting LEDs in it definitely makes it run cooler. And can help with the overall power consumption of the thing. So, not saying that that's going to fix the flipper situation, but yeah. Okay, you just need to test the stuff. Well, Send me a message on Facebook. We'll set up a test call and go from there. YouTube, we'll see you later. And Twitch, we're gonna raid somebody here.